लाइव तो नहीं जा रही? Hello, 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 and we welcome you. And that's a very bright sunny day out here. We are from KC Sport Jammu once again back, and this time we're back with the women's category. I'm your host, English commentator from Valley. This is Baba Nisar for you, just bringing you this women's category, the first match of the day. हेलो हेलो थोड़ी लेट आएगी ना वेलकम डाल दिया This is Bharat Premier League under the banner of Rising Athletes of Jammu and Kashmir. And thank you all the guests that just making their entry over here and adding more boost to this Bharat Premier League. Even though some issues with us that we are not having the scoring app available right now. And we're trying to just give you some commentary for this wonderful match of the day in women's category. Here she goes. First ball of the fresh over. And plays it nicely. That's a good shot. And that's gone through. That's gone for 4. Short of length. And all she could do just go back at the crease and just pulls it nicely. Just look at that shot. Ample time. And he just hits it through and hits for 4. फोन करता हूँ कि इसमें ये स्कोरिंग नहीं है हाँ साहिल सर ये स्कोरिंग यहाँ पे नहीं है इनको बोलो ना स्कोरिंग ऐप की यहाँ पे लगा दो ना कमेंट बड़ी मुश्किल हो जाएगी ना क्या बोलूँ we find another boundary and this over just producing some magical runs and credit goes to this right-handed batter absolutely just hitting it nicely even though there was a bit of a deviation and that helps her get one more boundary 2 boundaries in the over. Keep on telling you that we are not having scoring app assistance at the moment. Just wait 2 minutes more and you will be having scoring apps at your screens and it will help me just give you better commentary. In the meantime, right arm over. That should be a wide. Absolutely just drifting down the leg stump. And I guess at the moment team batting first, just going under some good runs. And the way they are looking with the start already got at the very top. And they are just cruising towards a big score. Women's category, 10 teams participating. And that should be another wide. Anita, the wicket keeper with jersey number 26, stops, and meanwhile another extra to the total. Stopped a bit out there in the middle of KC Sport Jammu. I was telling you that previously we have been over here when this Bharat Premier League just kick-started, and then we had a shift to Maulana Azad Stadium Jammu, and we are back to KC Sport Jammu now. Players just quenching their thirst, taking some water. I guess it's Rising Himalayan Women's Cricket Club. The batting at the moment. That one just trying to play across. Misses the line and goes straight to the keeper for no runs. The boundaries have been shortened. It isn't leather cricket. This is Cosca ball. Just introduced in this Women's Cricket League. And umpires, Mr. Bali, doing a wonderful job. And I tell you, day by day, this Bharat Premier League, under the banner of rising athletes of Jammu and Kashmir, it's earning a great reputation. We talk about rising Himalayas Women's Cricket Club. They just had a victory out there at Maulana Azad Stadium, Jammu. And they are looking completely confident, having rhythm, having some wonderful strikers of the ball, good fielding. And they've got some good bowlers as well out there in the unit. Talking about the weather, that's absolutely pleasant. And the women cricketers out there in the middle of KC Sport Jammu are just having some prime time. Play is still stopped, and umpire just having a word with the bowler, can't understand the real reasons behind. And quickly we will just get the assistance of the scoring app, and we will just give you the complete information about the same. And here we go with the fresh over. She's a left armer and just playing across, misses, goes straight to Anita for no runs. Here she gets ready. Left arm bowling round the stumps. Full toss, trying to sweep it. And again, there was no connection. Should be a boundary. That should be a boundary. That's a sloppy effort out there in the field. Should have been stopped. And eventually at the last, the ball just popped out of their hands and goes down to the fence. There you go, just pulls it nicely. The two fielders absolutely bisected nicely. That's called bisecting the gap and gone for 4. And we are having some concerns over here. That's why you are not able to have the correct score could update at the moment, even though we stay a bit back out from the scorers. And in she goes. That's full toss outside the off stump. And umpire having a keen look at the same and finally settles not to go with the wide. This time again, that's gone, and she has taken the catch. That's called accepting the challenge. What a nice catch to take. Not an easy catch, but she kept on her nerves, held on to the position. And that is indeed a very, very wonderful take. And there she go, the batsman just walking back to the pavilion. Just look at that. And he was just trying to smash it all over. But what a wonderful catch by that mid-wicket fielder. And the wicket just goes of Rising Himalayans Women's Cricket Club. Let's see who is the next batsman. After the departure of that, who was trying to lift the ball over mid-wicket but caught under the boundary limits with a wonderful take. And here walks the new batsman down to the crease, and again just shuffling across. She is leg side-ish player, and she's dominant on the mid-wicket especially. And if we can talk about this very new batwoman, she comes down to the crease now. Let's see what will be her approach. In she goes. That's been played well. Just make sure. And that's gone through. That's gone for 4. And there was a fielder, but she did not make any complete effort. And a very good boundary to the team of Women's in yellow. Even though we have got school transport getting started to leave. It's 26 for 1. And there should be a wide, absolutely way outside the off stump. And we'll make the score just go on to 27 for 1 now. Thank you, Sajjad Saab. Thank you, Mullah Arshad. Another great commentator from Kashmir. Mullah Arshad, my close friend, and is a very, very good, energetic commentator. In she goes. Right arm over, and that should be another wide. Not just having the right length. Not a good line, and just having 2 wides on the trot now. And the score just moves on to 28 for the loss of 1 wicket. And we will be getting the scoring app assistance quite promptly. And just have some patience. Bharat Premier League women's category. Today we will have 3 matches throughout the day out here at KC Sport Jammu. There is no men's category, even though we will have 1 match. But that's gonna be played out there under lights at Maulana Azad Stadium, Jammu. And score just reaching, quickly going, adding some valuable runs. We have found some boundaries. And there she goes. That's down the leg stump. That's another wide. Has bowled 3 wides here in this very over. It's turning out to be quite expensive. And the score just moves on to 29 for the loss of 1 wicket. Rising Himalayans Women Cricket Club. That's been played nicely. And that's gone through. That's another boundary. And this batswoman, Yushi, is absolutely having a song. What a performance. Just look at that. Nicely picked up. And nicely pulled for 4 runs. Just picks the gap nicely. And if you are a very good timer of the ball, you can get runs at a very good flow. That's what she is doing. And the score into the 30s now. It should be 33 for the loss of 1 wicket. And the batsman you are looking at the moment at your screens, she's absolutely turning out to be a wonderful performer. Oh, that's played nicely again. And she left it off. It should have been a wide, but she just counts on more runs and finds another boundary. Back-to-back boundaries. And the score just getting closer to 40 now. At 37 for 1. And she would love to just add more runs to her team. And the team would love to just have her on the crease till the end of the first innings. She's middling the ball well. She's a good timer. She's a clean striker of the ball, especially if we talk about her pull shot. And she has impressed everyone. Has gone around for 4 boundaries. And she's counting more. Play stop to bail. Here she goes. Right arm over. This one is up in there. And follows in no man's land, and equal time, ample of time for the two. Just changed their ends for a single. No, they haven't decided to go for a single. A thought to finish. And women's in yellow. They are 39 for the loss of 1 wicket. Here we get ready for another fresh over. And women in blue, I guess it's rising athletes, rising Himalayans cricket stars. I'm not pretty sure about what having women's playing, and that too the initiative done by the rising athletes of Jammu and Kashmir, having 3 categories: men's, women's, veterans. You know, this is overall a very wonderful development of the cricket over here. The first ball, trying to play it on the onside, and just attacking straight onto the body, no runs. Not sure whether this is going to be 10-over game each side, and that should be a wide. Absolutely just straying down the leg stump and taking the total with the help of this extra out to 40 for the loss of 1 wicket. There she goes, not having a complete big run up again. This time 2 outside the off stump again. This should be a wide. The line is not perfect. Just moving here and there the ball, allowing the team to have more of the extra runs. That was there to be pulled, and she just missed to the length. This is Costco, not going to hurt you at all, but she's rubbing that part of the body, having jersey number 7 at her back. And she should try to take a single and get her partner back on the crease. She was looking great with her style of his batting. And there she goes. That's nice cricket. Just believing in taking the run, rotating the strike, and getting her seasoned and experienced cricketer back on the strike. And the score into the 40s now. There she goes. That's wide. Another wide. 3rd wide of the over. And I guess the score is 42 for the loss of 1. There has been a wayward lengths as well. You can expect those things from women's cricket. You find them not more often playing, but provided you the platform by rising athletes of Jammu and Kashmir, especially now, it will just take rest of the girls, rest of the women ladies into more of the interest of playing the game of cricket. Just bowling another wide number 4 of the over. It's 43 for 1. I was telling you, those who are watching us live, just watching these women, these girls as well, and having the combination, having, we tell you, mixture of the age groups. And this will absolutely boost the younger generation, especially women's category, to come into the game of cricket. The credit must be given to sports organization of rising athletes. This one, that's hit nicely. Just after 1 bounce, it goes towards that fielder. Ample time for going for another run. Score getting closer to 50 now. Oh my goodness, that should have been pulled nicely. She hasn't looked completely in a good touch, and eventually it's a dot ball to finish. It's 43 for 1. Not aware about how many overs or more left in the first innings. It's a one stop. And still not sure about whether the ball is stopped or not. But she got a full and dive towards the left. And that is what can bring you to the more boost. And you need more of the encouragement. Absolutely a wonderful effort out there in the deep. And this one just going down the track. Oh my goodness. Umpire will surely have a close look on that. But I guess that was within the limits inside the boundary. And they run away for another run. Just getting closer to that half-century mark on the board for women's in yellow. Oh, swish shot! Not very often you will find in women's cricket. And that's gone through. That's gone for 4 runs. Typical Glenn Maxwell stroke from this woman. And I was telling you, she's looking confident and she's performing well. And there you go. Just dragging it from that leg stump. And switching it, reversing it nicely. That's a boundary. That is some scene and some visuals for you. And there should be completely half century on the board for the team of women's in yellow. Ah, nicely played. And equally fielded well. Another run to the team. The runs are coming thick and fast. And you can see most of the runs we find onto that onside, especially with the bull strokes. And this is gonna carry. That's gone all the way. That's gone for Picky. But I guess that's ball short and it's gone for boundary. But my goodness, this cricketer is absolutely having some show and some skills. There you go. Just look at that. Just falling short of the mid wicket. And it's gone for 4. She's looking confident and she's looking having some master strokes, I tell you. And there you go, she's being patted, encouraged, and she's being looked after by all her teammates who are coming closer and just providing her some drinks. What a moment. And after the conclusion, it should be 58 for the loss of 1 wicket. And about to get ready now for another fresh over. Still not getting the assistance after scoring over here. Otherwise, I could have given you a better commentary. I backed you for the same. But we have been asked just to have a patience, have some wait. There were some errors with the scoring app. That's why scoring is going offline mode now, and that's just at a distance with us. It should be 58 for the loss of 1 wicket. Maybe up and down with the correct update of the score. And we've got another great commentator just coming up with a comment. That's the voice of Upper Brink, Mr. Mudassir from Kukarnag, Anantnag, Kashmir Valley. Thank you, Mudassir Chaudhry. And I owe you a lot for all your love, for all your feedback and reactions that you send in. And absolutely, it really helps me. You know, your encouragement, you are boosting me up, and it makes me more focused on the commentary. And the first ball of the fresh over stopped at the mid wicket, and they go through for a single. Just look at that woman with the jersey number 2, and she is absolutely playing nice cricket, I tell you. She's looking in sublime touch, and there she goes again, just plays it nicely. Oh, wonderful stop. That's called better effort, saving 3 runs for that team. And that's a good dive, and that's a timely dive, I should say. Again, played it nicely. Now to look whether they're coming back for the second. I guess they are. And good runs, good running between the wickets. And the score should be in 60 now. It should be 60 for the loss of 1 wicket. Rajat Safaya, and I'm completely sorry about the moment. I'm not aware about the fact, even though I did try to get to the real update of the score. And meanwhile, we're not getting a proper assistance over here. They're saying just here are some problems with the scoring apps. Just trying to confirm what is the total score they're chasing. Kindly stay on. Now I've got the real update. It's 7 runs needed of 6 balls for Sharda T12 cricket. Just get ready for the last over. Just having only 7 runs to get. This was only 8 overs game each side. And Sharda T12 Cricket Club just recording 7 runs after 6 balls. The last over about to be started. Let's see, will they get through or not? Here she gets ready. It's gonna be the moment for any of these two teams. Will this be Sharda T12 Cricket Club? And they are just absolutely batting nicely. And 7 runs should not be a problem. Along with some extra surely gonna come in this over. Let's see. But the good thing about the batsman at the moment, she should try and bring her partner back on the crease. She's looking in a complete good touch. 7 of 6. That should not be a problem for Sharda T12 Cricket Club. Here she gets ready. I got a mid-off inside the circle as well. And beaten. That's a good ball to start. Just a dot ball to start. It's absolutely gonna go by adding some pressure onto the batsman. You can see the batsman on the non-striking stump. She's dying to come onto the crease, and she's gonna hit those winning runs. And again beaten. That's beaten, and that's gone through straight to the keeper. Ah, goodness me. Number 1 jersey woman. She should try and get a single and have her partner on the non-striking back on the crease. Just look at that. And plays it nicely. And she will get a single this time. The good thing for the team of Sharda, got their informed cricketer, I should say, on the crease now with 6 to get of 3. And she can do that. She's got all power. She's got all good range of shots. And she can pull it all the way. And in the meantime, we can see some close-in fielders coming and having a chat at where to bowl to that cricketer. There she goes. And bowled him! What a ball! That's a low pull toss, lying and tying on to the batsman. She was trying to swing it rather, she missed, and she's completely hit on terminal stump. And Sharda T12 Cricket Club just going through some trouble situations. 6 needed of 2. And I guess it's a bit difficult for them now, except we find some extras. She's really bowled well, only a single. She has considered the first 4 balls. And the way she's having a full control on a line and length, it does reflect that she's a very good bowler of the death situation. And I guess she is Arizu. And out there on the screens at the crease now. Can she do the miracle? 6 needed of 2 now. And beaten. That's again a dot ball. My goodness, look at the celebration in advance. And now that they are well in the game. And 6 needed on the last ball. You can see that in replay that she was absolutely bowled on that beautiful low pull toss. And guess what? We're up to the last ball of the match. And what a bowling. Bowled 5 balls, conceded just a single. And now we're up to the last ball moment of the game. 6 needed of 1. And that's some difficult task for you. That's a challenging moment. And is she going to hit the 6? Are we going to have the boundary? Are we going to have some extras? Or are we going to go with the women's in blue just getting over quite simply? Play stopped for a while. Not sure about the exact reasons behind why. But we're up to the last ball of the game. 6 needed. And Arzu is finding herself on the crease now. Groups. You will find girls of quite young age, you will find of some middle age. That's overall a very wonderful development of the women's cricket out here in Bharat Premier League. That's a wonderful moment under the banner of rising athletes of Jammu and Kashmir here at KC Sport Jammu. Six of 1. And a big and a gigantic 6 can do it for Arzu and Sharda Titwal Rising Cricket Club. And so far she has been very straight and tight with the line and length. No extras, no wides. And that in itself tells you the story. There she goes. Last ball, 6 needed. And she has played it down. And just a single is going to be. And that's going to be the moment. I guess there was 1 wide in that over, but couldn't got it there. So it will be 5 of 1 now. Not sure about those extras, maybe bowled in that over. And there she goes. That should be a wide. That is gonna be a wide. And this can bring the game alive. I guess just 4 needed of 1 ball. 4 needed of 1 ball. And can she pick up the boundary? And that will be the moment to celebrate for time to time come. And is it going to be called as a wide? And it's a wide. It's too quick to celebrate. It's too early to celebrate, I tell you. Still you will have to wait. And we go with 3 of 1 now. My goodness, what a moment in the game. But a moment they thought that the game is over, but umpire comes up with the signal of the wide down the leg stump. And it's going to be 3 of 1. What a tussle. What a contest. What a battle. And what a fight. 1 ball, 3 runs. That tells you the story. some issue, I guess, that's being addressed. And that's why you find all the fielders of the women's in blue. Not sure about the pretty exact reasons behind, but we have got the game on. It's 3 off 1. And which way the pendulum is going to oscillate. अब देखते हैं कि ऊंट किस करवट बैठता है. Will it be Sharda Titwal or will it be women's in blue? 3 needed of 1. And it's surely going to be a moment for either of the two sides. But the team that's going to win, they will just cherish the memories. They will just cherish the joy. And just bringing the match closer, just having the victory for any of the two sides. That will be a moment to glorify for ages and time and decades to come. Surely, especially having these young girls out there at KC Sports. Here she goes, gets ready to bowl the last one. 3 of 1 now. And if we have 2 runs, we will have a super over. It can be a super over. Here she goes, bowls this one. And that's played nicely. And will they come back for the second? Is it going to be super over? Oh my goodness. I guess they have gone through for only 1 run. It was completely the time for these two women's in yellow to come back for the second, and we could have surely gone for a super over. But what a close victory. I guess women's in blue have gone over the line by just one run only. Just look at that. It was ample of time for these two. They could have come back for the second run, but I guess they were not calculating the same number of runs that they needed. And lack of understanding and lack of communication have made them pay the victory. And finally, women's in blue have gone over the line. And congratulations to them for just moving up to the next round. And I hope you enjoyed the commentary. But in the second match, we'll be surely back with the scoring apps. And we'll try to give you complete information about the match players and their teams. So far, so off now. Thank you very much for being with us. Time to enjoy a break, and we'll be back with another match of the day. Thank you. Actually, we are back, and we are back with the super over. I was telling you we have got some issues over there, maybe with the help of runs and balls that were counted over there, but here we are. Not having proper scoring, that's fine. I guess it's Meenakshi who is having a bat and plays it nicely and plays it straight to the mid wicket for a single. Had they gone for the second run on there, all of a sudden they just did not run for the second one. They could have gone, ultimately decides not to go and just have the inverse super over. That's played nicely, that's chipped very nicely, and a single cruising. There has been and that's a nice shot, and that's gone through, I guess. An umpire will surely have a close look on that. They have gone for 2 more runs. Good running between the wickets. Once again she moves in. Left armour. That's pull toss. And short of that. Wideish mid wicket. Come back for the 2, and now they decide to go only for 1. Actually 13 runs have been conceded in that super over, so we guess women's in blue, they need 14 runs to get, and that's gonna be massive for them. Interesting thing, rising T12 Sharda, which bowler they will just throw the ball at. Bowling super over, you need to be completely brave enough, you need to possess a brave heart, and it does remind me in that super over category it was Sunil Narayan, the great West Indian, and he set a record in the history, in the past of the history, that he bowled a maiden super over. That hasn't happened so far. We're talking about Sunil Narayan, he bowled a maiden super over. But here, women's in blue, they do require 14. An important thing that who is going to open, and from the women's in yellow is going to have the ball in her hands. And out walk to the center. Women's in yellow, that is rising Sharda T12. We're gonna take the respective spots of the fielding. You can see Sakshi He's a very good athlete of Sharda Titwal. And having that experience also into the side. And bringing a very, very good platform for the young girls to participate in the women's cricket. Absolutely, this will add a boost. That will bring inspiration. That will bring some encouragement. And that will bring some confidence for all those women who stay away from sports. And talking about that initiative taken and introduced by rising athletes of Jammu and Kashmir for the Bharat Premier League. That is absolutely a grand step, I should say, a grand initiative. And getting a great success all around, being acknowledged by every single member. We keep on having some wonderful dignitaries, some chief guests making their arrivals to both the venues at Maulana Azad Stadium and KC respectively, and just encouraging and applauding the initiative taken by rising athletes of Jammu and Kashmir. So it's all set now. Women's in blue, they require 14 of 1 over. And this is turning out to be a very big time. We have got 3 matches of the day. And this is the first one about to get completed. Left-handed batsman. And she's getting ready to face the first ball of the super over. Chasing 14 now. There she goes. And that should be a wide. Absolutely starts off with a wide. And if you look at this left-handed batsman, you will find him just standing. You will find her just standing a bit across. And that actually unsettles the bowler to go with her perfect length and line. Trying to bowl her on that leg stump. And in between just happens to bowl a wide ball. And that's again a wide. That's again a wide. Goodness me. 2 wides on the trot. And just requiring 1,000 on the board now. 12 runs required. That should be, I guess, a 50-50 game for each side. That's a good shot. And that's gone through. That's gone for 4. Not sure whether it can all the way, but the runs have come. Just look at that. But what a wonderful shot from that left-handed batter. Caught into the line. Full advantage of the depth of the crease. And she hits that lovely and nice boundary. We haven't got the right signal. It's a boundary or 6. But if it is a boundary, the score is 6. But if it's a 6, the score is 8. And they're getting closer. Plays it, plays it, plays it. And plays it straight to that deep point. Coming back for the 2. And that's a serious running between the wicket. Wonderful communication between the 2. And the score moves on to 8 now. Just 6 needed of 4. And she has to be quite right with the length. Can't bowl extra. And that's a big wide. And they go through with 1 more extra to the total. It's a 9 now. Just 5 needed of 4. And can they pull back? Can they pick up a wicket? And the wicket is must for them to be back in the super over. Or else Sharda Titwal are just about to taste the loss. And the women's in blue, they are a stronger team at the moment. Situation just reflects the same. And the circumstances also about to reveal. Full toss. And play down to the mid-off. And they're through for a single. And now for the first time we find the right-handed cricketer. She would love to just go for those finishing runs. It should be 9. We aren't sure about the correct update of the score. Either 9 or 10. But they have got surely some good amount of balls left. That's played. The good thing about that, they are not playing dot balls. They are counting the balls into the runs. And another run to the team now brings the left-hander, or looking quite dominant I should say. Yes, there will be 3 balls remaining. And if I'm not wrong, 4 runs needed. There she goes. And will that be a wide? No. Actually, she just changed her stance, came across. And exposing her stumps and changing her stance is going to help the umpire, not giving it as a wide. So a very good dot ball. I guess we're up to the last 2 balls, having 4 runs needed. And that's going to be a wonderful fight between these two, women's in blue and women's in yellow. What a contest. And the thing is, who is going to run away with the victory? This team will run away with the victory. 2 balls, 4 runs. And she's aiming for a big shot now. And she's man-cutting. She's gone. She's man-cutted him. And ultimately, women in yellow, the bowler turns out to be quite intelligent. And she will have to leave. She got her man-cut. And she's out. It's the rule of the cricket. It does come in law. You can't, you can out a batsman in the form of man-cut, and that is what she did. Even though it goes against the spirit and the sportsmanship, I tell you, but the rule does allow you to go for. So she's gone, and it's 4 needed of 2 now. Here she goes. And that's a good ball. That's a dot ball. And they ran through for a run. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Can you believe it? 2 runs. Mispeeled and they got 2. And still, I guess, women in yellow have taken the victory as well. Even though the women's in blue caught for 2 runs, but still they just lost the match, I tell you, for 1 run. But what a close contest. Absolutely, had they just got a bit of a time to come back for the run number 3, we could have got another super over, but wonderful effort by women's in yellow, and congratulations to rising Sharda Titwal by winning a smallest margin of 1 run and moving to the next stage. That's all what we have for the first match. We'll be back. Till then, you enjoy your time. Guess what? We are back. And we're back. Oh my goodness, what's she doing? She's going back and just allowing the ball go through. And we're back with another super over. That's a pull toss. This time it's women's in blue, just gonna go with the bat first. Here she goes, right arm over. And missed it. That was a lovely ball. And having a dot ball in the super over is really... We're not getting it right. Umpire signaling something else. And the score to be chased by women's in yellow, I guess, is just 4 runs only. Out here to the center from Sharda Titwal. Not a big deal for them, just having only 4 runs to get over. There you see 2 batters walking down to the middle. It's gonna be the right-handed batter getting ready to take the strike. और यहाँ पर एक बार फिर से एक सुपर ओवर, दूसरी मर्तबा इस गेम का सुपर ओवर, और अब देखते हैं यहाँ पर किसका बल्ला बोलता है, क्या ये विमेन्स इन ब्लू या विमेन्स इन येलो का बल्ला बोलेगा। और पहली गेंद करने के लिए तैयार, और इस गेंद को खूबसूरती के साथ खेला है स्क्वायर लेग की जानिब, और पहली गेंद पर रन्स। और यकीनी तौर पर इस एक रन से उनका मनोबल बढ़ जाएगा, आत्मविश्वास जिसे हम कहते हैं। जिस तरीके से उन्होंने एमए स्टेडियम में भी खेल का प्रदर्शन किया, बिल्कुल वही वैसे भी यहाँ अगर इस केसी स्टेडियम की बात करेंगे, शारदा टीटवाल क्रिकेट क्लब की टीम, खूबसूरत परफॉर्मेंस। और इस मर्तबा इस गेंद को खेलना चाहते थे, स्विंग करना चाहते थे, लेकिन कोई मुलाकात नहीं, और गेंद डॉट बॉल के मानन, 4 गेंदों में 3 रन। इस मर्तबा गेंद को खेलने में कामयाब, मिड ऑन की जानिब, क्या गेंद बाउंड्री लाइन पार कर जाएगी, लेकिन नहीं। और वहां पर खूबसूरत रनिंग बिटवीन द स्टंप्स, और 2 रन का इजाफा, और स्कोर्स इक्वल। अब यहां से जाकर सिर्फ 1 रन चाहिए भैया। और मेरे ख्याल से यहाँ शारदा क्रिकेट टीम के खेमे की अगर बात की जाए, वहाँ तो खुशी का ठिकाना नहीं, बल्ले बल्ले हो रही है वहाँ पे। और उन्हें हर कोई वजह उनके सामने कि वो वहाँ पर काफ़ी खुश नजर आ रहे हैं। 1 रन दरकार, सिर्फ 1 रन दरकार, 3 गेंदें बाकी। शारदा टीटवाल की क्रिकेट टीम, और इस मर्तबा खूबसूरती के साथ इसको खेला, और इसी के साथ यहां शारदा क्रिकेट टीटवाल क्रिकेट क्लब की जीत आप देख सकते हैं। लेकिन मेरे ख्याल से अंपायर का इशारा उन्हें वापस भेज रहे हैं। अभी शायद वो नहीं चाहते कि वो ग्राउंड के अंदर आ जाए, लेकिन क्या खूबसूरत मौके, और वहां पर आप देख सकते हो कि वो गले लग रहे हैं अपनी अपोजिट टीम के साथ। बेहतरीन क्रिकेट, और हमने देखा कि पहली बार इस भारत प्रीमियर लीग के इस विमेंस प्रीमियर लीग में 2 सुपर ओवर्स किए गए, और बिलाखिर शारदा टीटवाल क्रिकेट क्लब की जीत। बेहतरीन बेहतरीन परफॉर्मेंस, और यहां वो अगले राउंड में जाएंगे। तो हमें दीजिए थोड़ा सा इजाजत दूसरे मैच तक, तब तक आप थोड़ा सा एंजॉय कीजिए, हम आ जाएंगे वापस। आप जहां भी रहिए खुश रहिए। थैंक यू वेरी मच।